Oh, so calm compared to what we had last night. 57 degrees at 6 a.m. You're going to notice a big difference in the weather from yesterday. All that humidity been pushed out. It's really breezy out there. Beautiful days ahead. Mike will have that forecast in just a bit.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And we begin with a live look at the CPS Energy outage map. And this is a far cry from what we saw late last night during the peak of that rough weather. CPS Energy has been so busy, they've restored power for about 29,000 customers. So we're down to about 2,129 customers. And remember, always during severe weather season, if your power's out and your smartphone is charged, you can stream us live on KSAT.com and on the free KSAT app. So good morning to you. It is Wednesday. It is April 10th.
April 10th. April is just acting like April. Those April showers hopefully will bring May flowers. And man, did we have showers last night, Mike?
Yeah, showers, thunderstorms, severe storms that moved on through. Yesterday at this time we were talking about how we were going to be getting rain kind of in three waves. We had it in the morning, not much in the afternoon. It really cleared out in the afternoon, which was not a good thing because we hit 90 and the atmosphere was already very volatile, and just heating things up didn't help. And so that's why we did have those severe storms last night. High wind with all those power outages. 55-mile-per-hour wind gusts out at the airport, 63 at Randolph. And one of the stronger wind gusts last night was 46 at Stinson. We're going to have windy conditions today, especially out to the west. We're at 58 right now, so we have dropped down a few more degrees. We're not going to drop down that much more this morning. We still have some clouds out there, and the windy conditions keep the atmosphere kind of stirred up, but we will continue then to get more even drier air coming on in here. These numbers are down almost 20 degrees or even more than that in the hill country compared to this time yesterday when it was so humid out there and added to that volatility of the atmosphere. 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts right now in Hondo, 27 there at Los Maples, and this is what we're going to be seeing throughout the rest of the day and then some. So that's prompting wind advisories in the hill country and then also red flag warnings there along the Rio Grande and down to the south. Very high fire danger with that dry air that's moving on in here and those blustery winds. Oak is high, mold pecan are on the low side. That at least is dropping down. Looks like we're on the downhill slide from the peak of the oak season. Mold, suspect it's going to be going up when the updated count comes out later on this morning. We are going to be seeing just really nothing but sunshine. Some leftover clouds this morning, then we clear out nicely. Windy, though, of course, 67 at noon. High today up to 75 degrees. It's going to stay breezy into the evening as well. Next couple of days, fantastic. Will that continue into the weekend? Details coming up in just a couple of minutes, and a sneak peek maybe to the first day of Fiesta as well. Traffic Authority had problems out there this morning. Is that still going on?
Yeah, Mike, big problems out there for our drivers on the far northeast side. Take a look behind me at our TransGuide traffic cameras. 35 northbound at Schwab Road, we had a vehicle fire. It looks like a trailer of some sort caught fire because we saw fire crews during our 5 o'clock hour putting out still some hot spots in this area as part of this cargo. So basically right now we have the right lane blocked here, 35 northbound at Schwab Road. This is going to be affecting all of our drivers that are headed up to the New Braunfels area. So if you are in the Cibolo area, if you're in the Schertz area, the Selma area, keep this in mind. You're going to run into some traffic in this area. Again, right lane blocked there at I-35 at Schwab Road. Taking a look at some of this backup, we at least are backed up to Country Club Boulevard here, northbound again, and seeing speeds now as low as 12 miles per hour for all of our vehicles that are getting through this area right now. So again, Schertz Fire Department is on the scene right now, Schertz Police Department as well. Now, unfortunately, based on their Facebook messaging, they said that they do not know when they're going to be able to clear this out, but they are telling travelers or drivers to take caution in that area. West side of town, we do have a crash right there, Ray Allison Boulevard off of 90 and 410. And we're talking about the rain. We do have some video of that, so let's go ahead and show some of that that we got from, man, look at that right there. It looks like our video there from Storm Chaser out there. It's overnight rain, I-10 and West Avenue, and you just see buckets of it coming down in many parts of the city. That's going to be on the near northwest side, and certainly a very, very busy night out there for many of our crews out there covering some severe weather that made their way through this area. That is just impressive rain there to watch. As we come back out here to maps, some lingering effects to the rain was that we did have an overnight closure there, lower levels of 35 in the downtown area, but fortunately that has all been cleared out. So that's good news for our drivers in that area. Mark and Sarah, back to you guys.
RJ, thank you so much. New this morning, San Antonio firefighters were very busy overnight after at least 2 homes caught fire after being struck by lightning. First happened in the 10,800 block of Braesview on the north side. There was also a utility fire around the same time. Thankfully, no one was hurt. However, about 12 people will need a new place to stay. The other strike happened in the 5,800 block of Trent Ranch just after midnight on the northwest side. Firefighters able to knock down a fire that was mostly in this structure's attic. No injuries were reported.
A man was found not guilty yesterday in a murder trial over the death of another man in 2021. Tavares Anderson was accused of shooting and killing Malcolm Everett during an argument in 2021 at an apartment complex. Anderson's attorney told the jury that Anderson shot and killed Everett in self-defense, saying Everett attacked Anderson. He was facing up to life in prison.
A UTSA student accused of tagging parts of main campus what's been called anti-Israeli graffiti. A source familiar with the investigation tells KSAT the messages include profanity aimed at the Israeli military. It was also a message that draws attention to the civilians killed in Gaza, along with Palestinian flags painted on some posters. The student accused of UTSA's president, posted a response on Twitter saying the school supports free speech, but has zero tolerance for damage to its property. The UTSA police chief says this 21-year-old student faces academic discipline. The student was also arrested on criminal charges and has been released on bond.
In your morning headlines, strong reaction to the Arizona Supreme Court ruling upholding an 1864 law that places a near total ban on abortions. The law makes performing an abortion a felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Some Arizona Republicans are distancing themselves from the ruling. GOP Senate candidate Carrie Lake called the law out of step with Arizonans. Any enforcement of the Arizona law is likely weeks away due to the court allowing legal changes.
Now to a new whistleblower coming forward with claims against Boeing involving the safety of one of the company's best-selling planes.
As ABC's Andrew Dimbert tells us, this comes after a different whistleblower was found dead in South Carolina last month.
This morning, Boeing is responding to claims made by a new whistleblower who says engineering issues with the company's 787 Dreamliners could cause the planes to break apart after decades of use. Sam Salapore claims parts of the fuselage are fastened together improperly.
I'm doing this not because I want Boeing to fail, but because I want it to succeed and prevent crashes from happening.
Salapore has not provided any documented evidence, and Boeing has fired back, saying these claims about the structural integrity of the 787 are inaccurate. The issues raised have been subject to rigorous engineering examination under FAA oversight. This analysis has validated that these issues do not present any safety concerns, and the aircraft will maintain its service life over several decades. In 2021 and 2022, Boeing slowed production and stopped delivering 787s because of these concerns. It later said it addressed the issue, and the FAA signed off, resuming deliveries in 2022. But Salapore's lawyer claims those fixes are not enough.
They claim that they've done extensive testing and analysis, but haven't shown it internally to Sam or the other engineers.
Boeing is already working on improving its quality control after that door plug flew off this MAX 9 jet in January. A hearing is scheduled next week on Capitol Hill. The company's CEO already announcing he'll step down. And last month, a different whistleblower was found dead in South Carolina from what authorities said was an apparent suicide. His lawyer claims Salapore faced retaliation after raising his concerns. Boeing, in a statement, said the claims he's made are inaccurate. Salapore is expected to testify next week on Capitol Hill. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
609, 57 degrees.
Go Spurs, go. Still to come, the Spurs have reached 20 wins as we wrap up the season. Who the Silver and Black are playing tonight on the road.
And we're getting you ready for the San Antonio Book Festival this weekend. After the break, we'll meet the creative minds behind a podcast that became a book.
57 degrees at 6:09. Man, what a difference it is this morning. We reached up to 90 yesterday. It was hot, humid, muggy. Then we had those storms come in. It's going to be really breezy out there. Mike will have our forecast in just a bit. Well, the 12th annual San Antonio Book Festival returns to downtown this weekend, and all week we've been hearing from some of the authors who will be at the festival.
KSAT 12 producer Haley Powers introduces the stories from the podcast that were turned into a book.
From the podcast studio to your hands, Worth Repeating tells the everyday stories of San Antonians living in our city.
So most of the people in the book are either from San Antonio or currently residents. So I think it's just sort of surprising the kinds of stories that people here in town have lived through.
Paul Flav founded the Worth Repeating podcast in 2015. One episode features 7 storytellers in 7 minutes, and there are 7 episodes a year. After a few years of the show, Flav, along with colleagues Tori Pohl and Bergen Streetman, took 40 of those stories and turned them into Worth Repeating, the book.
It's really runs the gamut of all kinds of things that you see in San Antonio and really shows us as like an international city that it's very culturally diverse.
This will be the first time Flav, Poole, and Streetman will attend the San Antonio Book Festival as authors, and they're excited to help tell the stories of our city.
So I'm excited about that, just getting it in front of a new audience, talking about it, and sort of dispelling like any like nervousness that people have about live storytelling. It's going to be a great festival. I can't wait to be there. Get to be with these guys. It'll be fun.
You have the opportunity to meet the Worth Repeating author trio Saturday, April 13 at the San Antonio Book Festival. The festival will take place at the Central Library in UTSA Southwest Campus and is free for all attendees. You can learn more about the authors attending by heading to our website, KSAT.com. Haley Powers, KSAT 12 News.
Another KSAT community reminder this morning, we'll be hosting a phone bank with Project Mend. It's happening Friday from noon to 7 p.m. The goal is to help Project Mend's efforts to provide much needed mobility equipment supplies to Texans in need.
All contributions will stay here in San Antonio and go towards their medical reuse program. During the phone bank, you can learn more about the Community Resource Fair, Viva Mobility. That's happening Sunday at Morgan Sports Complex. We have all that information on KSAT.com.
If you have to leave the house at 6:30, you have exactly 15 minutes.
RJ, any major incidents happening?
Yeah, guys, unfortunately, things are not looking good out there for our drivers on the far northeast side. Not seeing much movement here in terms of clearing out this vehicle fire that we saw earlier. So we still have fire department officials on the scene here. This is going to be in the Schertz area. So we have Schertz Police Department and Schertz Fire Department responding to what looks like a trailer that caught on fire about an hour ago on the northbound lanes here of 35 at Schwab Road. So good news is that we are still seeing traffic move through this area, but again, not seeing any movement in terms of them removing this right now. We do have the right lane blocked here and the left lane blocked on the access road, and traffic is starting to slow down a little bit more going through this area. So again, all of our folks out there in Cibolo, Schertz, Selma, all of you headed up to the New Braunfels area going to definitely run into this situation here at 35 northbound Schwab Road. Again, the right main lane closed there. Taking you into the inner parts here of the San Antonio area. I-10 eastbound at Culebra Road, we have a stalled vehicle for all of our drivers coming in from the near northwest side, and we still have this crash being reported out there at Ray Allison Boulevard. That's going to be right off of 90 and 410, so not on the highway, but still something to keep in mind for all of our drivers that use Ray Allison in that area. The rest of the city, everything else is looking pretty good for the most part. We do have a stalled vehicle here. I believe that's Woodlake Parkway. That one just popped up, and we had another stalled vehicle earlier at Camp Bullis and I-10, but that looks like that has been cleared out. So big mess out here in northeast side, and this time it's not construction related. There was no construction taking place because of all that severe weather that we saw last night, but still something for our drivers to deal with in the far northeast side.
Things are trying to dry out. Of course, the ground's still wet. So
yeah, that probably doesn't help them with their footing.
Hopefully it helps lawns and flowers and everything.
Sure. I'm here for it. Okay. I heard the rain. I wasn't even mad about it. I was like, you woke me up, but I'll take it.
Wonderful. All right, history lesson. Okay. April 10th, 1912.
April 10th, 1912.
Google that.
Wasn't Titanic.
April.
Set sail.
Oh, did it? Okay. Because I know it sank on the 15th.
On the 15th, yes. On your birthday.
Which is your birthday. Happy birthday, Earth.
It hit the iceberg on the 14th late at night, and then it was like 2.5 hours later or something, and it sank on the 15th. So yes, but it set sail, and it was known as the RMS Titanic. What does RMS stand for?
Royal Majesty Ship?
Royal Mail Ship.
Royal what?
Mail.
Mail Ship.
Like
mail. Mail Ship.
Like M-A-I-L, not M-A-L-E.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, all right. So there's your history lesson and trivia for this morning.
Thanks, Mr. Osterhage.
You're very welcome. So you can talk about that on the bus going to school this morning and impress your teacher. 58 degrees. Windy conditions as well. Rain is out of here, and we just, watch out maybe for some puddles here and there because, boy, it was coming down in buckets last night, about an inch in less than an hour officially out there at the airport, and 1 1/3 inches when it was all said and done. 75, sunny, windy today, just an absolutely glorious day. Boy, those winds did do some damage last night. We had a lot of hail out there, and this is over there around the Randolph area and in Converse, and you can see with some of the trees that got knocked down at one point right around between 10 and 11 o'clock. Wind gusts reported out there at Randolph of 63 miles per hour. That's the strongest that I've seen in the area. And again, we had a lot of tree damage, a lot of power outages last night. We still have a few folks without power. Now out there at 410 on the northwest side, you can see how just crisp and clear all the lights are in the very distinct their horizon. So we've got very dry air in place, and it's going to continue to dry out thanks to these winds coming in here out of the northwest that are not only pulling dry air, but also blustery conditions. We're going to be seeing wind gusts, sustained winds, 15, 25 miles per hour, gusts 30, 35, close to 40 miles per hour. That's going to be throughout the course of the afternoon. Even going into this evening, it's going to remain windy. So that's what's prompting the wind advisories and, of course, the red flag warnings there in all the counties along the Rio Grande and down to the south. So a very high fire danger out to the west. Yesterday, this sort of added to the volatility of the atmosphere. It was already very volatile when we were talking yesterday morning, looking at some of the numbers, but then we got up to 90 and all that sun, and that just cooked the atmosphere that much more. And so when those storms moved on through a triggering mechanism, they just blew up late last night. 99 yesterday, Carrizo Springs, 100 in Laredo. Today, whole different story. So we do have much cooler air in here, but we're down closer to a normal high temperature. Normal high is right now at 79 degrees, so we will be just a shade below that. No complaints, though, with all that very dry air. So this low moved on in here. That's what then gave us the storms, helped to trigger those. Now we've got this nice northwesterly flow on the backside of it. So that's pulling down the beautiful weather for today, for tomorrow, Friday. Then the ridge builds back in here, and we get this upper level flow coming in from the southwest. So more high clouds moving in. It's going to open the door also from the Gulf of Mexico. The humidity comes back in here over the weekend, and we are going to start to heat up, and with this ridge sitting on top of us. Now there's another low that's going to try and move past up to the north. It may try and touch something off, but it looks like it's almost going to be a little too far up to the north of us going into next week. But throughout most of next week, notice how the kind of roller coaster action is not really coming down here, which is typical as we go on into late spring. We are just going to be staying on the hot and humid side going into next week. So yeah, it does look like it's going to be a really hot, humid start to Fiesta a week from tomorrow. 82 tomorrow and Friday, starting off in the low 50s, nice 30-degree swing in temperatures, dry air in place, great looking weather. More humidity comes on in here on Saturday and especially Sunday. A lot of clouds, going to keep a lot of clouds around throughout much of next week. Maybe a couple of showers Tuesday, perhaps a shower Thursday, a little bit better chance then by Friday around here. And did I mention plenty of humidity?
You don't have to mention that part.
Just the messenger in this case.
I am about the humidity. Yes, I get it.
Thank you, Mike.
621, 57 degrees.
Just ahead, sorority sisters from the University of Georgia speaking out after rescuing a mother and her 2 children from a sinking car. That's next in your GMA First Look.
If you have wet AMD, you never want to lose sight of the things you love.
We get it on.
Some things should stand the test of time. Long-lasting Eylea HD could significantly improve your vision and can help you go up to 4 months between treatments. If you have an eye infection, eye pain or redness, or allergies to Eylea HD, don't use. Eye injections like Eylea HD may cause eye infection, separation of the retina, or rare but severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. An increase in eye pressure has been seen. There's an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots. The most common side effects were blurred vision, cataract, corneal injury, and eye floaters. And there's still so much to see. If you are on Eylea or a similar type of treatment, ask your retina specialist about Eylea HD today for the potential for fewer injections.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive. Do you think it's a miracle that they're both still here today?
A group of sorority sisters making a dramatic rescue after witnessing a car go off a bridge and sink rapidly into a creek. Their quick action saving a mother and her 2 young children. And this morning, they're speaking out to Good Morning America and GMA3.
There's still one other kid in the car.
Yeah, so yeah, just like time is ticking. It had been like 4 to 5 minutes.
His lips were completely blue, like his eyes were closed, he was not breathing.
I did not think he was alive.
We thought we were about to watch someone die.
And we'll also hear from the grateful mom about those harrowing minutes.
I was scared I was going to lose the little one. I don't know, life would be so much different without them.
The ABC News exclusive on this miracle in Georgia coming up on Good Morning America and GMA3. With your first look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
6:26, our Spurs were in Memphis last night, starting their final road trip of the regular season against the Grizzlies. San Antonio fell into a bit of a hole late in the first frame until Devontae Graham came in off the bench and let the 3-ball fly from the wing. San Antonio trailed by 1 at halftime. Second half, Spurs take control. Wemby with the slam. Then later in the third, Memphis gets a steal. And it's 3-on-1. So the question is, who's going to take on Wemby? No one. All right, so they pass it out to the corner. That's too good. The Wemby effect. And the final from Memphis, Spurs win 102-87. Wemby led the way with 18 points, 6 assists, and 7 blocks. 3 games left on the Spurs schedule for the year. The Thunder tonight, then the Nuggets and the Pistons.
6:26 and 57 degrees.
Still seeing flashing lights out there between Selma and New Braunfels on I-35 at Schwab Road. An update with RJ is coming up. Outside with live cam right now, the sun is slowly starting to come up. The clouds are going to get out of here, and it's a big change in the weather department as far as low humidity and lower temperatures this morning. But we had big storms overnight, and that did lead to some power outages. We've seen a little spike in outages in the last half hour or so as more people wake up and demand increases. Right now, we just refreshed. Okay, it was 4,100, just dropped back down to 2,082. A reminder, if your power is out anytime and your smartphone is ready to go, you can stream us live on KSAT.com and on the free KSAT app.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's 6:30 a.m., April 10th. Happy middle of spring, Mark. And I mean, those spring showers were more of like spring thunderstorms.
Most people could not sleep through last night. It was either the high wind, the rain, the hail, or the thunder and lightning.
Yeah, thunder and lightning. I mean, those flashes of lightning and that thunder and everything, too. And, you know, yesterday we were talking about at this time how the atmosphere was really volatile and looking at all the measurements with it. And then the sun really came out in the afternoon. We got up to 90, and that just sort of added, you know, the fuel to that. And then we had those sparks last night, and boy, those storms really blew up. That's now just a thing of the past. Obviously, there may be a couple of spots where there could be some standing water because it came down really hard and heavy. We picked up 1.3 inches, approximately, just shy of that, out there at the airport, but more than 1 inch of that came in less than an hour, so it was just like dumped on. So, like I said, there may be a couple of little bits of ponding on the water on the highways here and there. Some clouds left over well off to the east there, but we've got a lot of clear skies already, and temperatures, it is pleasantly coolish out there. Just about a normal low, which is 58 degrees. 53 is the dew point. That number has dropped down a good almost 20 degrees compared to this time yesterday, thanks to these northwesterly winds, which are going to be on the blustery side. So 50s all around. Well, one left over 60 there, Pleasanton, a couple of them, New Braunfels, Castroville, Pleasanton, Gonzales, and then the drier air with these dew points. And more dry air is going to continue to work its way in here on these winds. We're seeing gusts right now, 32 Los Maples, 30 at Hondo. And we did see some gusts about 25 here in town so far this morning, but wind will continue to pick up throughout the day. So wind advisories in the hill country, and then of course we have the red flag warnings with the very high fire danger, and that's going to be those advisories and warnings go into effect later on just after lunchtime up through dinner time in the early evening hours. Oak is on the high side. Updated count comes out. Now, obviously, I think we're on the downhill slide because, we had 25,000 last weekend. So it's good to see that the oak is finally coming down. Mold, have a feeling it may be on the higher side later on today with all this moisture. But of course, the updated count will come out later on this morning. Sunny, mid-70s, windy. Gusts to 40 miles per hour today, but a really, really nice day. And then the next couple of days are going to be just sensational. Nice, almost coolish mornings, warm afternoons, low 80s, low humidity. Humidity comes back in here, warm and humid this weekend. Clouds are going to increase, especially on Sunday. And the way it's shaping up next week, hot and humid. Of course, that's the start of Fiesta next week. Goes right along with the weather. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, RJ, we've had a lot of different incidents this morning. Road closures because of standing water. What's the latest?
Yeah, Mike, biggest thing we're following right now is this developing situation far northeast side, and things are not looking better out there for our drivers in the Schertz area, Cibolo area, Selma area. If you're about to head out, go ahead and pay attention to what we got to say here, because we have what looks like some sort of trailer that caught fire earlier this morning. So this was about an hour ago. We have Schertz Fire Department and Police Department on the scene, and this vehicle right there looks like one of those kind of smaller loaders that's trying to figure out what they're going to do here. Now, based on a closer look that I got a little bit earlier, it looks like this trailer actually fell on its side, caught fire of some type, so there's just going to be a lot of work that's going to be taking place here. Northbound 35 at Schwab Road for all of our drivers headed up to the New Braunfels area, and we're seeing significant slowdowns here, 9 miles per hour for all of our folks headed in from FM 1103 all the way up to Schwab Road, and even our folks now headed on southbound 35. A big mess out there in the far northeast side. Want to let you know about a couple other incidents here. We have road debris, loop 1604 northbound at Hausman Road. Still trying to figure out exactly what is going on out there on the roads. Stalled vehicle being reported I-10 eastbound at Culebra for all of our folks in the downtown area. Mark and Sarah, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. New this morning, a woman is recovering after police say she was shot by a man she stabbed on the city's northwest side. Happened last night around 9 p.m. on Vance Jackson near Loop 410. Police tell us the man and woman were arguing in a parking lot. We're told at some point the man shot the woman after she stabbed him. The man drove off and called police. The woman ran away to get help.
Overnight, a man was arrested after police say he stabbed a tow truck driver on the north side of town. It happened a little after midnight on Access Road I-10 near Warsbach Road. Police tell us the driver was stopped at a light, rolled down a window for a man who walked up to his vehicle. We're told that man then stabbed the driver in the arm. The driver went to a nearby H-E-B to call for help, approached the suspect, and then the suspect pulled out a knife. We are told he was stunned with a taser weapon and detained.
Getting to graduation is getting easier for some students at Texas A&M San Antonio. The campus is now offering after-school childcare.
As our Patty Santos explains, it's a boost for parents trying to build a better life.
Monica Tijerina and Jasmine Martinez are both single moms attending Texas A&M San Antonio. This semester, they're getting extra help to finish their degrees.
After we've been enrolled here and they accepted her, I thought, wow, I might do it this time. Yeah.
You feel like you're going to finish your degree?
Yeah.
Their kids attend after-school care on campus while their moms go to class, get tutoring, or study.
It's honestly probably the best thing that's ever happened to me because it's been stress-free.
The Young Jaguars program is free of charge for students who are Pell Grant eligible or single parents, saving them time and money.
I come to class 3 times, sometimes 4 times a week, and I'm just able to come and drop her off without having to figure out, who can take care of her within the family.
Catherine O'Brien is director of campus childcare. She hopes this program makes generational impacts for the community.
If we've got, somebody who can't get childcare, then they can't work. And so that makes an impact on the overall economic crisis that we're having.
The idea to open the daycare started when O'Brien noticed her students were struggling.
We started seeing students come to class and having to bring their children to class with them, or not being able to come to class because they didn't have childcare for their child. That really was kind of a red flag for us.
After school childcare averages between $60 to $100 a week per child. For some, it's also not available. According to the childrenatrisk.org, A&M San Antonio's zip code of 78224 and Many Southside communities are in a childcare desert.
Providing a space here at the university has been hugely impactful.
The Young Jaguars program is made possible through a federal grant.
Mama, class finishes and this will be for you.
For Monica and Jasmine, their kids are their biggest motivators to attend class.
She doesn't want me to miss a day. If there's a day that I don't want to come, she makes sure we come.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
It's beginning to look a lot like Fiesta, and all this month the San Antonio Food Bank hopes to collect 1.33 million pounds of food. It's a different number, Mark.
It's a lot of food. Well, it's meant to celebrate the 133 years of the Battle of Flowers Parade. This year's theme, Viva Amor, in honor of the Grand Marshal and President and CEO of the San Antonio Food Bank, Eric Cooper. The organization is collecting food for the community. The food bank serves 100,000 people a week and has more than 600 partner organizations and their direct service program.
I do all I can to set the table for 105,000 people each week. And we couldn't do that without the generosity of many. And making this year's Battle of Flowers Parade a tradition of giving and service, an opportunity to help support the food bank in setting the table for our community. It just doesn't get any better than that.
It's taken over a year of work to get ready for this Battle of Flowers Parade Viva Amor 2024. The event attracts over 550,000 spectators from around the country. This year, it's on April 26th.
And we're getting ready. Hey, happening today, a Fiesta medal giveaway for the KSAT Weather Authority Medal.
That's happening at Desk Galore on Meadowleaf Drive near Marbach and Loop 410. The line starts this afternoon at 4, and the giveaway will be at 6.
And if you register to become a KSAT Insider, you can access our KSAT Fiesta parties. So scan this QR code. From there, you can buy tickets for our Insider Fiesta parties at the day and night parades. You can find all this information right now at KSAT.com.
And before we go to break, April is Autism Acceptance Month or Autism Awareness Month. The next week, we'll be hosting a KSAT Community Town Hall called Understanding Autism. Guests will be joining Tiffany Huertas to answer any questions you may have, help raise awareness, and promote acceptance. You can tune into the Town Hall next Tuesday at 2 p.m. on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, and our KSAT YouTube channel. The Town Hall will then be followed by the Walk for Autism on the 20th at Palo Alto College.
Time check, 6:40, 56 degrees.
Just ahead, we're gearing up for the San Antonio Book Festival this weekend. After the break, we'll meet an upcoming author who calls San Antonio home.
6:44, the 12th Annual San Antonio Book Festival returns to downtown this weekend.
And all week we're hearing from some of the authors who are going to be attending that festival. So this will be El Rendon's first time attending the book festival as an author. As a San Antonio native, Rendon's passion for photography comes from the city he loves.
Now, Rendon became interested in photography when he was a teen and took pictures for the Central Catholic High School yearbook and newsletter when he was just a student. After high school, he apprenticed with photographers and worked in photo labs.
It's a very creative medium for me. I've always been interested in documenting important events, important people, especially related to San Antonio.
Rendon will be showing his book Mi Cultura, bringing shadow into light at this year's book festival. The book features 50 years of photographs he's taken, including his family and of the Virgen Guadalupe and even Selena.
And then, of course, the other important pictures in here are of Selena, which to me, you know, she's become such a huge iconic representative of Latina culture and music here in the U.S., not just in San Antonio.
You have a chance to see Rendon's photos at the San Antonio Book Festival. It's happening this Saturday, April 13th at Central Library and the UTSA Southwest Campus.
The day-long family-friendly event is free for all attendees. You can learn more about the authors and all this information about how to attend the festival by heading to our KSAT community page on KSAT.com.
Our eyes have been on one problem on 35 this morning, and now it looks like we have another.
RJ.
Yes.
You're the problem, RJ.
Yes. I'm just the messenger, like Mike said earlier. Just the messenger. All right, we got a situation going on here. 35 northbound at Southwest Military Drive. It looks like the exit ramp there for 35 onto the South Cross Boulevard exit. That has been closed off for the time being due to what was also reported as an accident further up the road, actually, on South Cross Boulevard. So still trying to figure out exactly what's going on here. But again, it looks like we have activity here, Southwest Military, and also a crash being reported further up the road at South Cross Boulevard for all of our folks that are going north on 35 and headed out to the Burbank High School area and 10 and 90. 35 Schwab Road. This has been our developing situation throughout the morning here. Northbound lanes. We have the right lane shut down here, 35 northbound at Schwab Road. Schertz Fire Department's on the scene here. It looks like this trailer caught fire earlier this morning. It looks like it's actually on its side. So they have been out there for more than an hour now trying to figure out what exactly to do, how to kind of clear out that crash. We are seeing traffic slow going here, 9 miles per hour in that one area, and traffic now delayed all the way to FM 1103. I just saw that camera a little while ago. It looks like a pretty significant backup out there. Stalled vehicle here, downtown area, I-10 eastbound at Culebra Road, and stalled vehicle I-10 at Westlake Parkway out there on the far east side of town. So we want to go back here to our camera real quick, 35 northbound at Schwab Road. And earlier, guys, they had that little, it looked like a Bobcat loader out there. So this is, I'm really kind of getting a little bit of a kick out of seeing this in real time, seeing how they're trying to figure this out. They had that little loader on there earlier, and then they moved that out of the area. So this is probably going to tie up traffic for still a little bit of a while for drivers out there.
They've already been working on it a while.
Mm-hmm.
All right, RJ, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Well, Nature's Sound Machine was on all the way up on volume last
Not only
night.
the heavy rain, we had coming down the wind as well. And here's video. This is our front lawn. That's a Central Catholic right across the street right there. And boy, it was coming down in buckets. Now, officially about 1.3 inches, just shy of that, out at the airport. But more than 1 inch of that came in less than an hour. So it was these storms coming through and, you know, just like dumping a bucket of rain on there. And also with that, like I was talking about the high wind, and then hail mixed in. It almost looks like there's a couple little spots of hail maybe in that video. But take a look at this picture. Here's a still picture of some of the hail that fell there in New Berlin, and yeah, just causing those streaks.
Almost looks like snow flurries, right?
It does. Yeah, pretty much so, with the, you know, as it reflected in the light like that. But yeah, some folks picked up a whole bunch of hail, a lot of tree damage all around the area. We had wind gusts out at the airport, been talking about it, at 55 miles per hour. Stinson 46, one of the highest I've seen there. And then Randolph, the highest I saw from yesterday was 63 mile per hour wind gusts. So that's what caused some of that tree damage. Now it's just a beautiful morning out there. Here's some of the clouds left over well off to the east, but things are going to continue to clear on out. As far as rain, yeah, a good chunk of the area did pick up some decent rain, not obviously as much out there to the northwest, but you know, some of those spots, a good 2 inches. These are some of the radar estimates going back to late last night when those storms moved on through here. And as you can see, where that right there just to the east near Randolph, and then east of there, about 2.5 inches of rain heading up in towards Seguin as well. And then over there, a couple of little bullseyes right around Castroville, about 2 inches of rain. Like I said, 1 inch and just shy of 1.3 inches officially out at the airport. And further up into the hill country, not as much. I mean, we'll take anything. You know, would be nice to get a whole bunch of rain out there, because this is where it's still, the drought is some of the driest, or the drought is still really impacting up there to the north. Now, as far as the humidity, dew points have dropped down a good 20, 25, 30 degrees at least since this time yesterday, with that dry air that's moving on in here on those winds, which are going to be blustery throughout the day. We're looking at wind gusts 30, 35, 40 miles per hour throughout the course of the day. So very dry air, very blustery winds out to the west. That means we have red flag warnings that go into effect this afternoon up through this evening. Same thing with the wind advisories going into effect just after lunchtime up through this evening. And then over the next couple of days, we've got some great looking weather. This low is what moved on in here, brought the energy through. We had that volatile atmosphere yesterday. Skies cleared out in the afternoon, got up to 90. That just added to the volatility of the atmosphere. And then when those storms decided to blow up, they really blew up quickly. Now we've got this nice northwesterly flow in behind. So that's the beautiful weather that we have for the next couple of days. Enjoy it through Friday, because the humidity is going to be coming back as we go in toward the weekend. Low Low 50s the next couple of mornings, low 80s, nice big swing in temperatures. Probably start off with a jacket, don't need it in the afternoon. Humidity comes back in here this weekend. A lot of, especially high clouds, are going to be hanging around here and basically just hot and humid. We're going to be mid upper 80s next week with all that humidity, maybe a couple of showers here and there. So the start of Fiesta, a week from tomorrow, it'll feel like it.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you, Mike. 651, 56 degrees.
Let's take a look outside with live cam to see if we can see any of the sun. There it is. Beautiful. Starting to rise after all the storms that we had, and the sun will be out today. It will be windy, like Mike said. Hey, stick with us. We have a final look at traffic and weather when we come back.
Today on GMSA at 9, it's a new edition of Science with Sarah.
Sarah Spivey and David Sears will be out at Fair Oaks Elementary School doing a blubber experiment. I want to know what that's made out of, so tune in for that and much more today on GMSA at 9.
Oh, it's my son's old school. Can't wait to see it.
Blubber.
Blubber.
RJ, you've been dealing with an incident all morning long.
Yeah, guys, seen a couple of things now pop up. So let's start out here in the south side because got a little bit more information on what's going on out here. The exit here to South Cross Boulevard off of I-35 North for all of our folks headed towards the Burbank High School area. That has been closed because of an accident that involved at least 2 vehicles in this area right now. So we still see traffic moving through northbound here, but it is a little bit slow going for all of our drivers in that area. And the biggest thing we've been following out here since basically our 5 o'clock hour, I-35 northbound at Schwab Road, still dealing with a trailer that caught on fire, and they brought out a little bit heavier construction equipment to hopefully clear this out, but still a situation out there for our drivers on the far northeast side. Mike?
Flubber reminded me of the old classic movie Flubber.
Flubber.
Way
Robin
back
Williams?
when.
Yes.
Is that Robin Williams?
No.
The original was Fred McMurray way back when, the old Disney movie, which was classic.
The
but yeah,
original to me is Robin.
Anyway, Robin Williams was a good one too. Clear skies. We've gotten rid of the rain. 59 degrees right now, and it is going to be very windy. We do have red flag warnings and wind advisories this afternoon. High temperature 75. Gorgeous, gorgeous weather, and over the next few days, it's going to stay that way. Beautiful through the rest of the week, and humidity comes back in here. Warm temperatures this weekend, and then it looks pretty hot and humid next week.
Sherrick, I know you've worked 9 or 10 days straight, but can we get you back for one more newscast?
Yeah, I'll make it back for day 8, GMSA at 9.
We'll see you then.